Okay, so no Viper on the side of Global.
Huh.
Yeah, look at that.
Interesting. Yeah.
All right.
A bit of a change here. I mean, the Astra Viper has been the go-to for a lot of teams, or the Harbor Viper, but you're actually favoring double initiator, so KO and Fade. Now, Bassi's always been playing that Fade, and Monette now going with that Astra, so we've seen this from them before as well when they were playing with Ronsky's
Classics. Most util, though, is here for the side of GE. Looks like maybe just a single flash missing there from Aaron, but here comes the crunch in the mid. Goddead and King having this crossfire is just brutal for him. It's one after the other. Now 4 players gone. Bazzi, the last man standing. Contact swings away in the meantime. Texture picked over by Art. That site anchor gone. A site completely left open now.
Yeah, your utilities rendered useless, and at the same time, Global's just trying to contest and go aggressive, trying to block off this B-Link area that Genji are trying to explore. Maybe anticipating a push, but it would not work well for Global.
The timing.
Work off the distraction of the Haunt.
Yeah, I mean, it's beautifully done. See it all the time with Sova darts. Why not the Haunt? Pulls the attention. The headshot comes through. Still the man advantage is here. And Rossi, does he get timing? He hears the dog, and TS just continues to swing out, finds him. The up now on the ground. A site completely opened up. It's Bazzi and Monette to try to get the clutch. Bring them back into this round.
30 seconds left.
That leaves the 2. It's going to be tough because you already have the site, you already have the positions covered, angles held, and if anything, Sylvan just falls back, gets more information, buys enough time for his team to set up. They already have this crossfire.
He's only seen one, so they don't necessarily know that both players are approaching from this angle. That's why they're still going to be watching back over towards Flowers. Good for the season back site. That does get tagged by it. They are running out of time. It looks like the call might be made to just go ahead and save as they continue to back away over towards mid. The money still a little wishy-washy. They have enough for the buy going into the next round, but want to be able to hold on to the weapons that they have. So they'll have to concede this one and allow Genji to tie things up at 3-3.
Might as well. 3-3, not so bad. We definitely want to... Oh.
Okay.
Still a little trade.
Given TS his money, you don't mind that at all.
Yeah.
It's like King, though. He swapped over to the operator. Falling. Brings us now into a 4v4. The Blades still at the ready, but not anticipating this push out here at Heaven. Meteor finds one, now Texture gone. Things looking better and better here for Genji to be able to close the round. Need to see big things now from Rossi. There's going to be 1, 3 more to go. Spike ticking away, time dwindling. Rossi, does he try to jump up the top? No, he can't. Actually doesn't have the updraft. The Blades whipping, finally finds another. Looks to at least take some guns out of their hands, but in the end, we'll run out of knives. That call for now.
Imagine the call. Spike isn't planted yet, guys. We don't have to do too much. Meanwhile, Genji waiting for that peak.
From here, it's so difficult to try to get yourself in a position where the spike can go down. Sylvan sending out the flash. King pushes off the back of it. He manages to find a second. That could be enough to try to get the back in, and now Texture gone as well. Suddenly, it's all on Bazzi. What a turnaround this has been, and King just, I think he might have seen the gun barrel.
This is their default. But we don't see anyone pushing out from Genji's side. This is a hefty investment, and Genji has to make it count.
Really widely just seeking a side control. Get that orb across over on a Bazzi, who's now just 1 away from having the Nightfall. If they came away with the kill from it, that would be even better. But, I mean, you can see the
Seekers were spent as well, but doesn't really quite find anything. Global are already set up all by Long. Rossi up by Hall.
What a nasty drag. Finds one. Let's go ahead and maybe overheat just a little bit for the blind swing out.
Face your fear.
Comes Nightfall.
Meteor just caught by it as Aaron will get the collat for 3. Aaron trying to dissuade. Shifts out, swinging wide. Just leaving Monette sat in this position. Push forward, Meteor somehow good for that shot. Aaron now is going to be taken down as well. Meteor finds another, and suddenly it's just Bazzi all on his lonesome. Finds one, cannot get the other. And the timeout does well to go ahead and shift some of that momentum away from.
You have the lockdown. You already called for it during the timeout. One thing we might have not considered was how crazy SK Rossi was going to get, but once it comes down to it, you can see lockdown in. Let's hang out for a second and kind of coordinate this execute. We see the dash by a fragment or something thrown at their faces, but because of that, they lost the B site.
Not fully breaking the economy, but they do push TS and Goddead back over onto Spectres. Looks like maybe going to end up being another Swift C site hit. This time, though, TS is here for a little bit of backup. Trailblazer trying to lead the way. Tailwind forward here. Up into the Cloudburst, and Rossi manages to find the head. Looks for the other, and it gets him. King going to be taken down. Haunt goes out, finds the mark, but Sylvan's noted and has to back off.
And look at how Monyet's positioned.
Yep, God, that instantly. Knocked to the floor, Meteor, he's got nowhere to get out, and that's going to be an ace from Rossi to bring Global now to a 3-round stretch lead. The prodigy from India gets it done.
How the heck did he do that? Just starts things off super aggressive, onto the side on his own. And look at how he actually held down, jiggling back and forth just to watch the back side as well. Off to the last few bits, I mean, he just had the right position, the right angles being held. He deserves. He beat up on top of rubble.
What's that here? Doesn't get scouted. He's able to find Rossi before that flash really connects. Now the push under the corner. Goddead able to find one before Monyet trades it back. That's good enough. Spike. And advantage is still there. Gonna go ahead and pull back away from the A site. The rotations have already started. Right now, C left empty.
Tactically speaking, that's what we're looking for. Get a pick, back off, buy time. Global has to be the ones to make a move. And in all those moves, they could make a mistake. They're down 2 players. So now it's just body blocking, holding up on the B side.
Look for smoke, and they're not ready for it. Meteor
Spike down.
cuts him to pieces.
Spike down.
30 seconds left.
Yeah, Monyet, no ult, no hope of being able to just TP, pick up the spike, and get a plant somewhere. Used it in the previous round. It's going to send the paranoia across. Does clip onto Meteor, who now has that operator in hand, and he's going to want to swing it. He does. Ends up going down. Nightfall thrown, and King will just have the counter swing out. And there you have it. Get caught there. Turn away from the flash. And actually, no, still ends up getting full blinded. A little bit of follow-up, and Meteor gets on top of him. Doesn't even take too much damage. Sylvan swaps over, tries to go for that link door.
The spike already down. These are such tiny choke points for Global to push through.
Trying to get in, trying to take down Meteor. Know that he's tagged up. Now Monyet going to be spotted. Meteor looks like he's ready to sacrifice himself to the cause. Might not have to. Monyet comes spilling out of the smoke. It's only
back on to the next round now. They will be able to buy out.
And B site's widely been completely abandoned. Geng get the right read to go ahead and rush this position. Turret cleared out. Spike now being planted. Lockdown is available from Texture. This could end up being a very costly round, but Goddead going to be taken down off the rip, but Meteor finds 2. TS pushing forward, finds another. Rossi able to trade it back. Goes across, the blind is out. Rossi stabilizes the aim, and suddenly it's just King left. Having to wait. The detain, not going to catch him. They almost line up. They're swinging forward, but Rossi picks up a 4K. And as the defuse comes through, Global are going to... Oh, he slipped the net here. Just a bit. The push in! Texture finds 2. Meteor able to reply, however, quickly back. And now Rossi with the blades out. Goddead going to be taken down. It's TS and Meteor left in a 2v3 scenario. The drop down, the double stack, they spot him. He tailwinds away. 25 health remaining. The knife broken. The spike in their hands, but they can't take the risk to try to go for the plant. Meteor considering the rope, but Aaron, he finds the last 2 kills. TS and Meteor knocked out. It's a 13-8 scoreline yet again, as Global Esports will deliver a clean victory over the #2 squad of Geng.
I mean, I know I predicted it, but Global, how are you doing this? It's insane! And on to these final moments, Geng tried and tried, even with the pushes.